Hello, I'm Garen Davis, and this is the New Hustle TV, the show where we highlight the new definition of a hustler.
How y'all doing? My name is Draico. I am from Fort Lawn, South Carolina, and my line of work is I'm a choreographer actor, and I am the new hustle. What does hustler mean to me? A hustler to me is somebody who, no matter what, no matter if the odds are against them, no matter if they come from poverty or a rich family, they always seek out to get what they feel like is meant for them, and there's nothing that will stop them from getting that. So the hustle is on. No matter what it is, the odds can always be against you. So to me, that's what makes you a hustler. Do I consider myself a hustler? Absolutely. I'm from a small town in Fort Lawn, South Carolina. Population is super low, probably 1,500 now with one stoplight. So the fact that I'm in Hollywood doing what I do, becoming this big choreographer, this actor, producer, coming from nothing. I didn't come from a family that had a whole bunch of money, but I had a hustle in me and a drive that made me seek out to get what I felt like I was meant to be. So of course, I'm a hustler. What made me select this profession? That's a catch-20, because I think the profession chose me. I think that growing up, I've always been kind of an entertainer in my own way. I was kind of quiet growing up, but once that beat dropped, it was up. Like no matter what type of beat it was, it could have been hood, some country, some rock, whatever it was, and I felt like it connected to my body differently than me just going to football practice. So I knew it was something there. So I sometimes feel like the profession chose me instead of me choosing the profession. Oh, this is a good question. How did I get started? So, I always danced. Even, like I said, I played football and baseball my entire life. From 5 years old till I got to college, I played baseball, not 1 year missed. I played the whole field. Then I played football. I'm a running back. That's what I did. So when I got to Atlanta, and I was hanging out with this girl who went to performing arts school. There's no performing arts school in the area that I grew up in. It's math, science, English, and sports. So I had never been introduced to nobody who went to a performing arts school. So when I got to Atlanta, got to college, got to Morris Brown College, the latest college in the AUC back in the day. It was crazy. But I heard about this audition for TLC on the radio, and all my friends who went to these performing arts schools was going to this audition, and I was a TLC fanatic. So I'm like, you know, my friends, I'll ride with y'all. It was a Saturday. They was like, just ride with us to this audition. So here I go, 17-year-old Draico riding to this audition with some amazing dancer friends I had met in college. So I get there, I had never in my life seen so many people moving at the same time to the same beat. I had never seen that. Taking mine, I'm from the country, I'm from South Carolina. It's not New York, it's not Broadway, it's not LA, it's not TV and film. It's like, I come from the woods. So this is my first time seeing this many people do something that, and they had this connection with the music that I always felt like I had. I just never seen nobody do it like that. So I sat there, I'm the support team. I'm watching this audition, I'm sitting there, and you know, watch my friends go. And my friend walked over to me and was like, you having a good time? I was like, yeah, I think I can do this. And then she put her hand on my shoulder and rubbed it. It was like, oh, you think you can do it? And that's when that hustle kicked in. I'm like, no, this trick ass didn't just rub my shoulder. I'm a competitive, I'm an athlete by nature. Bet, game on. So I stood up, I went and signed in. I think I was like number 401. Never seen as many dancers. And it's for Left Eye. Let me remind, this audition is for not TLC. Left Eye from TLC had a production company, and she was getting ready to hire all these dancers for all these different artists and different projects that she had coming out at the time. So I went and signed in, like number 401 or something. But I'm get up, I'm learning this routine. I go in, it was broken up into groups. So I go in, I learn the routine, I come back out, everybody's kind of practicing in the parking lot. So it's my time to go audition. Got it. I go in, I come back out. My friends are like, oh, how did it go? They were expecting me to get cut. They were expecting me not to come out. So when I came out, I was like, oh, it was cool. I'm sweaty, I'm drenched, so now I'm really hyped because I made it through the first cut. And then after that, some people that I drove with had got cut. So say if it was 8 of us, the first round, 3 of them got cut and there was still 5 of us left in my group of friends. So next go round, all of them was before me. They all go in, they all came out, they got cut. So they waiting on me to come in, they waiting on me to go in and come out, expecting me to get cut. So I went in, did my second round, came out, now I'm really hyped. So they got my bags packed, they got all my water stuff together. Like, you ready? You roll with us, we all got cut. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Y'all got cut, not me. I'm still here. What fears and moments of hesitation did I have before starting out? There was a lot of fears. There was a lot of insecurities. There was a lot of growing into myself. I felt like the fear was when I first showed up, everybody was so far more advanced than I was. I was an athlete that just had good feet and good rhythm and I was super flexible. I taught myself, I'm a boy from the hood. I was doing back handsprings and layouts and fulls and stuff in the front yard. Then scratched up my forehead, landed on so I'm self-taught by a lot of things. And my fears was that I wasn't gonna be ready when it was time for me to be ready to execute the performances and stuff because everybody was so used to the classes and catching on these routines quickly. And we all know that dance is muscle memory. It's like you have to continue to do it, and the more you do it, the better you get. And the more you do it, the quicker you learn. So I felt like I was having to play catch up. And then once I got into the business, that's when a whole other batch of insecurities came. Am I good enough? Am I cute enough? And my body's this, all these other things. So there was a lot of hesitations through this whole journey, but that hustle will always keep you going. What challenges did I face along the way and currently? That's a 2-part question for me, but the challenges that I faced along the way was adapt. I'm an athlete. I'm used to certain people talking a certain way. I'm a straight shooter when it comes to certain things. That's how I train, that's how I work out, that's how I'm at with my friends. But being in this business sometimes come with a not so in your face type of thing, but a behind your back, passive aggressive type. So it took me a while to get used to dealing with certain people that way, but never letting them stop me from getting to the goal. There's always been one goal for me, and nothing stops me from getting to that goal. But there's a lot of trials and tribulations, and you deal with financial things, you deal with the up and down emotions, you deal with being so far away from your family, especially being a family boy like I am. So a lot of those things sometimes can cause a lot of trials and tribulations along the way, but you have to always know that there's one goal that you started off with, and once you start checking those goals off, you set higher goals for yourself. And after a while, once you start continually to check out those goals, it'll let you know that the universe, once you set it, the universe is gonna give you what you need to get. And when I look back over my career, there's nothing that I have not asked for that I did not get. It's just nothing. I can't say there's one thing that I did not get, that I set a goal for myself. It might not have came when I wanted it, but it came. And it might have came 10 times better, but I got it. How do I stay motivated when times get tough? Times are definitely for sure going to get tough in a business where you are an entrepreneur, when you are the brand, or you need a team. So times are going to get tough. Times are going to get tough. Sometimes you have to, replace things. It's almost like a machine. If a car's not going to run if the oil needs changing, you need a tune-up, you need spark plugs. So sometimes when you start building a team, you have to replace those things. And sometimes replacing those things, those people that are in those places could be your friends that were good at a certain point. But sometimes jealousy and deceit slips in. Sometimes people get comfortable, so you have to replace it because the car's not going to run with all the wrong things in it. You have to update it. You have to keep it tune-ups. These are things, the same thing with your career. Your career is always going to change. The times change. People evolve. The industry changed. The industry's changed probably like 30 times since I've been in it. Am I going to stay in the same spot I was when I first got in it? No, I can't. or I would have got left behind. So I feel like you always have to stay motivated, and you always have to, you have to continue to be tough on yourself to make sure that you're motivated when there's nothing else to motivate you. Sometimes you have to be self-motivated. If that's getting on a bike, riding somewhere, just try something new during your day, because sometimes being in this business, it can become redundant. You find yourself doing the same thing every day. You have to throw a glitch in your matrix. You have to like do something different. Go to the beach. Go, like I said, go ride a bike, catch a train. If you used to ride in the car, go see new people, get new energy. Go somewhere and try something different, and that'll motivate you, because I guarantee if you continue to do the same thing, you're gonna stop being motivated. It's hard to motivate yourself when you're constantly in the same cycle of doing the same thing. So you have to step out on faith and do something different. That's how I stay motivated. Did I choose my profession for the love of it or for the money? For the love of it, because I didn't even know you can make no money doing this, actually. I had no idea you can make a life being a dancer or choreographer. This is before I started acting and doing other stuff. So as a dancer, I always loved it, so I would have done it anyway. I do it with my friends when there's not a check. Just so happen when I'm not doing it with my friends and someone else is making a profit off of it, I'm gonna charge them and make this money. This is how it goes. If I want to do this for the love, I can do this at home with my nieces and nephews, with my friends that I do already. So I chose it for the love. Just so happen I can make money because people love what I do, and people love what I do makes their product more sellable. There's not a big artist or a top artist right now, or a musical or nothing that doesn't require some form of movement. So it's needed. And everybody's not born with the gift or the talent to be able to do it, so you can train somebody else to build their career, to build an aura around them of what I do. So it's kind of a catch-22 with that question, but I love it. Ooh, tearjerker. What would I tell my younger self if I could go back in time? I would tell my younger self, relax, it's fine. You're not different than everybody else. You just got a different form of liking things and articulating and showing yourself to the world in a different way than what is common or normal for the area that I grew up in. Because I felt like, yes, I played sports, and yes, I was good. Yes, I played with people who end up going to the NFL. Yes, I did that and I was good at it, but I did it because it's what my father loved me to do. And my father still calls me baby to this day. I am my father's baby. He don't care if it's 1,000 men in the room. That is my baby. That's how he addresses people when they ask about his son. So, and me and my father's relationship, I'm a family boy. Me and my father and my mother's relationship was so tight that I sometimes wanted to make sure that he was always happy. And I did that. So this now, I would be in my room making up routines or watching videos and rewinding like the VHS tape to make sure I got all the moves right, but learning it on the wrong side because, you know, the TV gives you the other side. So, but I would tell my younger self, it's okay. You continue to do what you do. It's never too late. And once you leave the small town and get to the big city, it's my duty to always go back to give the younger generation something new and to tell them that you might not be a football player or a basketball player. You could be an artist, a singer, a songwriter, a dancer, so many other things to do in that small town. You just don't see it yet because no one's bringing it back to show it to you. So yes, that's what I would tell my younger self. You're not weird, you're not strange, you're actually pretty fly. What advice would I give someone else who's starting off in the same field? I would give them advice to train to, in today's time, it's 2025, you are your own brand. To take advantages of your social media. Don't let your social media run you. It's almost like Players Club. You got to make this money, don't let the money make you. It's the same thing, So you got to take advantage of your brand, and you got to take it and brand yourself in a way that's going to benefit you instead of the bad parts of social media, right? So social media to me is it's a resume. It's an in-live, in-person, anybody can click on a resume. So you are in control of that. So while you're branding yourself and capitalizing on that, always be ready to train and make yourself as diverse as possible in all different styles and all different genres. If you want to be an actor, make sure you're in acting classes, because one day someone's going to come to you and give you an opportunity, and it's either going to be up to you to be ready or not. And it's not their fault that you're not ready, it'll be on you. So I would give my advice to them would always always be a student. Always like listen and watch the people that came before you, because sometimes people forget about the people that paved the way, and you can learn from them. I'm never going to be I'm never going to be better than the people that paved the way for me. I'm always going to be a fan of theirs, no matter if I surpass them in my career, whatever that means or not. I'm always going to be a student, and I'm always going to be a fan. So make sure you take advantage of the ones that came before you and train like they did, and also take advantage of social media, something that they did not have. So get these other brands so you can kill two birds at one stone. What encouraging words can I leave to another hustler starting out? It's in the question, is hustle. That's it. That's the encouraging word. It's right there. Another hustler will always hustle. But during your hustle, just always make sure you don't hustle and leave a bad taste in nobody's mouth. You can hustle and still be a solid person. That don't mean you got to shit over your friends. That don't mean you got to go and be disloyal. You can be a loyal hustler and still get the job done. I'm a perfect example of that. I've never sacrificed, did anything that I did not want to do. I didn't shit on nobody. I didn't do none of those things. And if somebody crossed me, I just left them where they was and kept it moving. The success was the biggest revenge for that. So to another hustle is to continue to hustle. That's the best of my best advice for you. My name is Draico Johnson. I'm from Fort Lawn, South Carolina. My line of work is I'm a choreographer, actor, and I am the new hustle.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn those notifications on. And again, thank you. Until next time, hustlers.
Welcome to the hustle.